Right, so in this sort, we're looking at more number prefixes, just like your last sort, but they get a little more complicated here. You have like two prefixes under this one. I mean, it's pretty straightforward to sort them by prefix. You just look at the beginning of the word. Is it quadra or quar, quint or pent, oct, des, or cent? And so you're looking at what each of these means. So you like quadra is going to mean four, or so either of these two means four, either of these two means five. Then you have oct is 8. Dec is 10, and cent is 100. I'm going to go through these words and point out a couple interesting ones that may be a little more challenging when you're looking at the Greek and Latin elements of the words. I mean, first I want to start out saying, like, why is it that some of these prefixes, like 1 and 4 and 5, have multiple prefixes? Well, that's because we're looking at Greek and Latin elements. And those languages had their own numbers, and it's just been carried down for so long that they continue to be used in different word formations. So let's look at this one. Quartet. That's your core, and that's four people in a singing group. Quintet, 5. Octet, a group of 8. Decimal, a decimal, 10. Oh, so like tenths, because we use a base 10 system, so decimal, 10. Centimeter is, it takes 100 centimeters to make 1 meter. So pentagon is pent, so that's 5, and it's like a 5-sided figure. Octagon is your 8-sided figure. Quadrangle, well, it's not, I think like quad, well, it's 4, and then angle, so 4 angles, which is essentially a, where is it? Is quadrilateral not on here? Okay, quadrilateral, it's the same thing as a quadrilateral, which would be the same prefix, 4 angles. Century is 100 years, 100. Quadrupled, or quadruped, means 4s. Quintuplets, 5 babies. Quarter is like a 4th, 4 quarters. Decathlon, guess it's an athletic event. Guess how many events there are? 10. Centigrade. Centigrade is the temperature for, like, you don't have Fahrenheit, you have centigrade, but the reason it's called centigrade is because the boiling point of water is 100 degrees, and the freezing point of water in centigrade is 0 degrees. So it's like 100, that's kind of how it was established, is 100 degrees boils water and 0 degrees freezes water, so that 100 is your centigrade. Octave is like a set of 8 notes in music. Centennial is a celebration every 100 years or something. Quintessence. So quintessence is like the really important part. She was the quintessence of gymnastic ability. Well, what in the world does that have to do with 5? She's a great gymnast. I get it. It's because both historically and literally, the fifth and highest essence is like really looked upon. And that means that there was 4 essences looked on. There were air, earth, fire, and water. So you have air, earth, fire, and water, and the 5th one would be like the best. So whatever the best is above air, earth, fire, and water is the quintessence. So like, or even the word quintessential, which is down here. Like, we now have the quintessential recipe for tacos. That means you have the best. It's better than anything else. Quintessential. Quadruple, kind of like quadruped. Yeah, leading with 4s there. You're kind of putting something in 4s. Decade is 10 years. Quadruplets, similar to quintuplets. You got 4 babies. Decimate. Now, decimate's a tricky one because it means the 10, but usually decimate's like you destroyed something. You really just obliterate it. Actually, back in the Roman times, they used to have a punishment there where they would kill every 10th person. It says that decimate originally referred to the killing of every 10th person, a punishment used in the Roman army for mutinous legions. So like if there's a bad army, like they would kill every 10th person in it, but now it just means killing any large proportion of a group is decimating them. Usually like a disease might decimate a population. Bicentennial is bi, so you're dealing with 2, and then cent, so you're dealing with hundreds, so you're dealing with 200 years. Bicentennial. Like in 1976, America started to celebrate the bicentennial since 1776. Quintessential, talked about that one, and percentage. Per is like per, and then cent is 100, so like per 100, that's why 100%, so you're dealing like hundredths there. And so you can pause the video and write down and sort your words, and then I will go ahead and look at them. So here is your words in the columns. Go ahead and check how your sort should look up.